Hello dear learners, welcome once again. In this video we will learn the concept of human development and its calculation. This video is divided into four parts. Number one is what is human resource development? Number two, origin of human development index. And number three, what is human development index? And number four, how to calculate human development index. So now let us first understand what is human resource development. According to the National Planning Commission, human resource is the knowledge, skill, efficiency, and physical and mental capacity to do work inherent in the people of the country. The concept of human resource development or human development index was developed to measure this physical and mental capacity of people and ultimately to compare the socio-economic condition of people across the globe. Now, the origin of Human Development Index. The concept of Human Development Index was developed by a Pakistani economist, Mahbub and later on it has been continuously used by United Nations Development Program UNDP to measure the country's social and economic development. Now, what is the meaning of HDI? HDI is a statistical tool that is used to measure a country's overall achievement in its social and economic dimensions. These, the social and economic dimensions of a country are based on the health of people and their level of education attainment and their standard of living. Now, this HDI is now widely used for comparing the economic development of the country. So, we must know how this HDI is calculated. So, for the calculation of HDI, you need to know some of the important indicators which are used in HDI. Earlier, there were old method, and here I am discussing the new method of HDI calculation, which was adopted from 2010. It combines four major indicators. Number one is life expectancy index. This life expectancy index measures the relative achievement of a country in life expectancy at birth. The second index is education index. This education index combines two parts. One is mean years of schooling, and the second is expected years of schooling. These two indices are combined by using geometric mean to arrive at education index. And the third one is income index. This income index is taken in PPP term to enable cross-country comparisons, because per capita income is adjusted for PPP term, reflecting the relative purchasing power of the currency. This value of each index, that is life expectancy index, education index, and income index, are in between 0 and 1. If the actual value of index is equal to minimum value, the index will be 0, and if actual value is equal to the maximum value, the index will be equal to 1. Now let us see the formula used for HDI calculation. For each dimension index, there is a common formula that actual value minus minimum value divided by maximum value minus minimum value. And you can see we have the first dimension as health, and for health the proxy variable is life expectancy, and the minimum goalpost set for life expectancy on an average is 20, and maximum value is taken as 85. For education dimension, there are two indicators. Number one is expected years of schooling. For this, minimum value is 0 and maximum value set is 18. And for mean years of schooling, again minimum value is 0 and maximum value is 15. And for the third dimension, that is a standard of living, the GNI per capita is taken as indicator, and the minimum value taken as $100, whereas maximum goalpost is $75,000. So for calculating the dimension index for each dimension, we will be using this minimum and maximum goalpost by using the above formula. Now let us understand the calculation of HDI by taking example of India. So in the year 2018, the life expectancy of India was 69.4, whereas expected years of schooling was 12.3, mean years of schooling was 6.5, and GNI per capita on PPP term was 6,829. So by using the above formula, HDI is calculated as 0.64. But now the question is how to arrive at this figure, how it is calculated. So let us see the calculation. So first, life expectancy index is calculated, and for calculating the same above formula is used. Actual value minus minimum value divided by maximum value minus minimum value. So if you put the values, you will get this as life expectancy index, that is 0.76. Similarly, for education index, we have to first separately calculate expected years of schooling index by using the above formula, and it is calculated as 0.68. And for mean years of schooling, again by using the above formula, it is calculated as 0.43. And these two values are combined by using the geometric mean, and the resultant is 0.54 for the education index. Now next is GNI index per capita. For GNI per capita index, we have to take natural log of all the values. The formula is same, but we have to take log values. The why it is done, the HDI uses natural logarithm of income to reflect the diminishing importance of income with increasing GNI per capita. We know that say for example a country is there whose per capita income is $500, and there is an increase of $100 in GNI per capita. It makes a vast difference for this country in comparison to the country whose per capita income is $20,000 or $30,000, and there is an increase of $100. So for this country, this increase of $100 is less impactful than the first one. So this means that income gains in low income countries are much more impactful on human development and standard of living compared to income gains in high income countries. So by taking the a natural log, and using the above dimension index formula, the GNI per capita index is calculated as 0.637. Now, uh, by combining all the values of life expectancy index, then education index, and GNI per capita index with the help of geometric mean, will arrive at this value of 0.64. So this is how this HDI value is calculated. Now the question is why we are using geometric mean. Earlier we were using arithmetic mean, but since 2010 the geometric mean was introduced to compute HDI. The why? Because poor performance in any dimension is directly reflected in the geometric mean. In other words, a low achievement in one dimension is not linearly compensated for by a higher achievement in other dimension. Say, it also means that 1% of decline in the index of, say, life expectancy has the same impact on the HDI as a 1% decline in either education or income index. That's why we use geometric mean. So this way you can see the value of HDI for India is calculated as 0.64, uh, which means India lies in the medium human development category of nation. So this is how we calculate HDI. Thank you so much. Don't forget to give your comments and feedback.